Hello, I'm Congressmember Judy Chu, Chair of the Congressional Asian Pacific American Caucus, or what we call KPAC. I'm so thrilled to be joining you all, and I want to thank you for participating in the first ever American-Chinese National Collaboration Summit. Let me start by thanking Jason Lam for his tremendous leadership of the American-Chinese United Association, such an important organization that works towards addressing the needs of the Chinese American community. I especially want to recognize the work that ACUA has done in building a network across the country to expand its influence among Chinese American populations. I want to thank ACUA for the work you all do to bolster civic engagement and help encourage Chinese Americans nationwide to get involved in the political process and advocate for our communities on issues that matter to us. I want to tell you that I never planned to run for office earlier in life because growing up I never saw other Asian Americans in politics. But I will never forget the day in 2009 when President Obama called me from the White House to congratulate me on becoming the first Chinese American woman elected to Congress in history. When I arrived in Congress, there were only 9 AAPI members of Congress. I knew we had to increase these numbers, so I quickly got involved in KPAC, and in 2011, I became the caucus chair. As KPAC chair, I've made it a priority to increase AAPI representation across the federal government. I'm so happy to say we now have 21 AAPI members of Congress, our highest number ever. And just in the past year, we in KPAC have achieved many major accomplishments. We have consistently advocated for AAPIs to be appointed to the highest positions within our federal government, like Catherine Tai, who serves as the U.S. Trade Representative and is one of the highest-ranking AAPIs in the Biden administration. To address the scourge of anti-Asian hate that has impacted AAPIs nationwide, we not only passed the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act, but got it signed into law by President Biden. We pushed back against the racial profiling of Chinese scientists and ended the China Initiative, a Trump-era Department of Justice program that was targeting innocent Chinese researchers. Most recently, we successfully sought to remove harmful anti-Asian provisions in the CHIPS and Science Act to ensure that bolstering our nation's competitiveness would not come at the expense of the civil rights of Asian Americans. And I want to take just a moment to talk about the need to address anti-Asian hate at its roots by educating our country about how Asian American history is American history. A few months ago, Representative Grace Meng's AAPI Museum study bill, the first step forward in creating a National Museum of Asian Pacific American History and Culture, was signed into law by President Biden. This is such a pivotal step in helping educate our fellow Americans about the long histories, frequent discrimination, and numerous contributions that AAPIs have made to this country. I'm equally thrilled to see that the summit also highlights the opening ceremony of the American Chinese Museum, a key tool we have to help educate others about the history and contributions of Chinese Americans. KPAC was only able to deliver these wins for Chinese Americans and AAPI communities across the nation because we have a seat at the table in Congress where these decisions are being made. And we can only do it with the tireless advocacy of organizations like ACUA and with the support and engagement of each of you here this evening that has given you time to participate in this weekend's summit in service of the Chinese American community. So thank you again to each of you for being active members of our community and for all the work you are doing to help move the Chinese American community forward through your engagement with ACUA. Thank you.